Hello guys, I hope that all of you doing great. Well, this video we are going to talk about the challenges of the metaverse industry. The question is, can you solve them? Now, what I mean by that is the best of the entrepreneurs of the world who have made it big. I mean, Dan Pena, if you try to search, this is what he says: find an industry which has a little bit of chaos, try to fix that chaos, and you will come out making hundreds of millions of dollars out of it. Now, this is just the broader aspect of the thing. Any industry out there in the world, if you just fix some of the challenges, some of the problems that it faces, you can make shit ton of money. You wanna make $100 million, solve $1 billion problem. Now, metaverse is going to be one of the biggest revolution that the human beings are going to adopt in the future. So here on this channel, we would want to discuss some of the challenges so that our subscribers have these ideas within their mind that these are the future challenges that will be faced within the metaverse. So not just knowing about like investing in few of the coins and riding the wave and having our money multiplied, we need to be having the challenges, and then knowing what are the challenges within the metaverse so that in the future maybe you are the one who's going to solve them. We can play the bigger game out there in the future, even if we do not think of, even if we do not plan of, right? It doesn't matter. You never know. A lot of big billionaires that are going to be produced from the metaverse industry, they don't even know right now. Let me tell you guys, so many new companies will be formed in the field of internet. Like the dot-com boom happened like 1998, and then even that boom was like burst in by 2002. Like the bubble got burst, and the companies like Facebook were formed much later, 2005. The biggest revolutionary company out there on the internet, like it was formed in 2005. YouTube was introduced in 2005, guys. So do not think that right away everything has already been done. Things have not even started within the metaverse. So let us try to discuss some of the challenges within the metaverse so that we are equipped with the knowledge of the metaverse and how can the people out there solve it. Ensure that you watch the video completely till the end, as well as if you have not subscribed to our channel, please ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This channel will be everything about how do we grow your finances. These days, very much we are covering the cryptocurrencies, and in the future we will be covering everything to do with the metaverse and all the opportunities related with the metaverse, the money making opportunities, the business building opportunities. So ensure that you hit the subscribe button. So the first challenge, let us come on to the first challenge would be the affordability of the equipments. For example, right now, like anyone out there who has the internet, who has a cell phone, and almost everyone out there in the world happen to have it. They got it. As well as with some internet connection, you can form a Facebook profile. People do have a lot of like billions of users have the Facebook profile. Just imagine if it costs, if it involved the cost of like $200 or $300 to enter into like something like Facebook, or probably have a conversation onto the WhatsApp. How many people do we think would have adopted to it? So right now within the metaverse, yes, normally people can watch it onto the mobile phone and onto the computer, but to experience the real metaverse, these are the equipments that will be needed. Even though like right now it is costing like $300 or something about approximately for that Oculus equipment as well as that hand equipment too. It is an interface, a bridge to get inside the metaverse. So when we are talking about the mass adaptability, this is one of the big challenge, like because majority of the population of the world, like a lot number of people like would not be able to afford it. Let us be honest about it. And let me tell you guys, somebody out there is going to solve this problem. Now right now we do not know what exactly will be that form of solution, because obviously that is why it is a problem. But to know that this is a big problem, and if somebody can solve this problem, literally they can be massively adopted out there. They can solve one of the biggest issue or the problem out there in the metaverse. Let us come on to the problem number 2, or the challenge number 2 within the metaverse. That is the brand image. Like one of the biggest source of revenue out there in the metaverse will be the brands advertising out there within the metaverse. For example, the biggest source of revenue for the Google, what do you think? The brands out there are advertising on the Google. 90% of the money comes from it. What is the biggest revenue from the Facebook? The brands out there are advertising onto it. What will be the biggest revenue for the people out there within the metaverse. Like people, the advertisement will be one of the biggest revenue making machine. Like people will be having the billboards. I mean, you can have the piece of real estate, the billboards will be used for the advertisement, just like in the real world. The Times Square billboard, millions of dollars one needs to pay to appear onto that. Similarly, within the metaverse, the brands will be advertising, but at the same time, because it is a decentralized autonomous sort of thing, anyone can visit any kind of places, people can teleport. So a lot of things can be done by the people which can hurt the image of the brand. Like some of the worst kind of activities happening around a billboard or the advertisement of the Adidas happening, right? So Adidas would not want to advertise at such a place. How do you protect something like that? Like what will be the norms? How do you govern something like that? Like so that the brand image do not turn out to be bad. For example, the big brands stay away completely from the adult content. They do not want to be associated with something like that. As well as a lot of brands like only do the partnership with the people that they have verified everything with that. Now within the metaverse, like the people will be having their avatars, they can go and communicate, they can do the chatting. A lot of scammers out there trying to do or like do a lot of wrong things, so the normal people might not have a pleasant experiences. So how do you protect something like that within the metaverse? One of the big challenges, and the people who will be able to solve it will be solving a big set of challenges out there in the metaverse. Let us come on to the challenge number 3. So total 4 challenges we'll be covering today. So the third one would be the data privacy and the security of the users. As we have already seen, one of the biggest backlashes occurring onto the Facebook, probably doing the data breach with all the information that the people have entered, probably that is being leaked, that is being used for the advertisement purposes. I mean, this data security, I mean, it became a political issue as well. Now within the metaverse, a huge amount of data will be required for the people. In fact, not just your personal data, your avatar will be out there communicating with the people around. You do not know what kind of people are around, like probably a woman out there walking by, and then what kind of interaction is happening, like what kind of people are out there trying to gain the information. Or probably, let's say you're trying to do the business out there, you're trying to, so the financial information of the people, right? And many of the things like the personal information of the people within the metaverse, I do not think like you will need to knock onto the doors or the localities of the people. You can enter a lot of places. So how do you protect this privacy? What kind of rules will be there? So which metaverse will be having what set of rules? Who is going to define all that? Like who can come up with the solution that can provide this feature of data privacy and security of the users? One of the big challenges and problems worthy of solving. Let us come on to the fourth problem. This is last but not the least. What will be the way of cyber crime handling within the metaverse? I mean, as I've already said, like a lot of scammers will be out there. A lot of people who are in normal life you would not wanting to be around. So a lot of people will be, in fact, a lot of groups will be specifically for the purpose of doing some kind of things which is not legal. To give you an example, like I do not want to mention it on my channel, but again, this happened. This was one of the headline of the news channel. The video news channels covered this. A woman who was trying to explore one of the metaverse, the moment that she landed into the metaverse, I mean, she was harassed and molested as well as raped. Virtual molestation. And how exactly, what form this happened, and a lot of people might say, okay, this is something that happened in the virtual world, so what kind of problem does it have? Like she literally had a huge mental breakdown moments. She is feeling, I mean, violated, and obviously these kind of experience would keep some of the people away from the metaverse experience completely altogether. So there should be a mechanism of reporting those crimes. There should be a mechanism where those crimes can be immediately reported and the users can be taken action upon, right? And within the metaverse, obviously, a lot more, just the way that Twitter has, the Facebook has, I mean, within the metaverse, a lot more level of communication is out there. So a lot more vulnerability will be there. So who's going to solve this problem? Like, how do you solve this issue? That should also be one of the focuses. So the point, guys, of discussing these challenges is to, as a community of all the subscribers that we have onto our channel, so we have this brainstorming session, because this is going to be the next generation revolution, the metaverse. It's great to have a talk onto the different challenges that we feel. That is when, like, you never know, you are the future entrepreneur who's going to solve these problems, going to form multi-billion-dollar companies. Yes, the thoughts are keeping us, I mean, it is only the thoughts that are keeping us from climbing that height. And we should not just limit ourselves to just going out there and investing into some of the cryptocurrencies. Try to think big, try to think of solving these problems. Now, it is not necessary that you need to just go out and form a big team, form a big company, and then solve at a mega scale and then take the company public, right? Try to think of solving these problems at a minor scale, at a small scale. I mean, you never know what kind of solution you might live up to. Again, guys, it'll be great to see this is just a thought-provoking, session or the video. I would like to see what your thoughts onto the kind of challenges that we will be facing in the metaverse. What are the solutions? What do you feel? Let's have an open discussion down below in the video description. I would like to see the comments from all of you guys. Again, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, comment down below for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.